You're listening to the Fit Dad Mindset for dads who want more than motivation. We talk discipline, habits, and strategies that fit your life, so you don't just look fit, you live fit. Be the dad who leads by example, starting now. Most dads think the way to win is to go all in. Perfect plan, perfect week, no slip-ups. But here's the truth. That all or nothing mindset, the one that makes you feel in control, is the exact reason you keep losing. If you've ever said, I'll start again Monday, or I've blown it now, might as well write the weekend off, this episode is for you. Today, I'm going to show you why that cycle kills progress and what actually works if you want results that last. This is the Fit Dad Mindset, and I'm Mike, a dad who lost over 50 kilos without relying on perfection. Let's go. Let's break this down. The reason most dads stay stuck isn't a lack of knowledge. It's the belief that if you can't do it perfectly, it's not worth doing at all. Sound familiar? Miss a workout. Oh, what's the point? I'll start fresh Monday. Eat off plan. Oh, I've ruined it now. I'll start again next week. But here's the thing. That thinking feels logical. You want structure, you want control. But in reality, that need for perfection is what's keeping you spinning your wheels. So where does this all or nothing thinking come from? Most of us were raised on the idea that the perfect week exists. Meal prep Sunday, gym 5 times, no takeaways, 10,000 steps every day. But the reality is, who's ever had that perfect week? Maybe a few times. And could you live like that, honestly, for the next 10 years? Of course you couldn't. But that's what you're measuring yourself against. So when life does what it does and throws a bit of chaos at you, you feel like you've failed. Kids get sick, work explodes, there's a birthday, a barbecue, late night emergency shop for school supplies. Life is messy. And if your plan only works when life is calm, then your plan isn't right for you. This is the mindset that makes you skip a whole week because you missed one workout. You tell yourself, if I can't do it properly, I won't do it at all. That's the most expensive thought you'll ever have. And here's why it matters. All or nothing thinking feels harmless, but it destroys your momentum. Every restart costs weeks or months. If you restart 5 times a year, that's 5 chunks of wasted time that you can't get back. Every failed restart chips away at your belief. You start thinking, I can't stick to this. That's not true. You've just been trying to stick to an impossible standard. And here's the biggest one. Every time you quit, you tell yourself that you're a guy who gives up when it's not perfect. That story shapes your behavior and ultimately your future. So imagine your year. January, you start, fall off by February, restart in March, repeat the cycle, and suddenly it's Christmas again and nothing's changed. Kids are another year older, you're still tired, still frustrated, still promising yourself next year will be different. And that's the real cost of all or nothing. It's not a bad day, it's wasted years. And here's the thing that you need to know. Progress doesn't require perfection, it requires consistency. If you hit 70 to 80% of your plan most weeks, some weeks you hit 90 to 100, then long term you will smash it. Even 60% beats nothing at all. One bad meal doesn't matter. You missed a workout, move on. Even if you only do half of what you planned, that's a win compared to quitting. So here's something that every client of mine knows, that something beats nothing every time. You missed a gym session. Do 15 squats and push-ups at home. You went off plan at lunch. Just make your next meal solid. And that's how you win, by making the next right decision straight away. And if you're thinking half-assing it won't work, the truth is that 70% done for a year beats 100% done for 2 weeks every time. I've seen dads lose kilos and kilos with that mindset, because they stop chasing perfect and they start stacking small wins. When I was losing weight, I was the king of all or nothing. One takeaway turned into a weekend binge. One missed workout turned into a whole week off. Every Monday I'd restart, new plan, new promise, until I realised that the wagon's not a thing. There is no wagon to fall off. There's just the next choice that you make. So I asked myself, what if I just do the next right thing? Instead of scrapping the week, I focused on the next meal, the next workout. And those small wins stacked up day after day and eventually added up to 50 kilos down. And I had periods that were more strict, periods that were less strict, but I was very consistent all the way through the time I was losing weight. You don't fail because of one pizza. You fail because of what you tell yourself after the pizza. So here's what I want you to do this week. Write this down. Something beats nothing. Put it where you'll see it. Fridge, desk, phone lock screen. And those visual cues can interrupt your old pattern. You can't forget that rule if it's staring you in the face all the time. Every time you see it, you reinforce the truth that imperfect action wins. And then when you slip, ask, what's the next smallest win I can get? Could be a 5-minute walk, a big glass of water, adding lean protein to your next meal. And that kills the start again Monday loop. So instead of spiraling, you create momentum. That one small move says, I'm a guy who adapts, not quits. And that's how you start to change your identity. And then every night, just track one win from that day. One thing you did really well. Because your brain is wired to spot failure. And that spotting those wins every night, that retrains your brain to notice progress, even on days that are messy. Every little win that you find reinforces the fact that you're a guy who keeps promises to himself. So do those 3 things for 7 days and watch how it starts to change your mindset and your progress. So here's what I want you to remember. Perfection is a trap. All or nothing costs years of progress, not days. Something always beats nothing. You don't need perfect days. You need better decisions stacked over time. And that's it for today's episode of the Fit Dad Mindset. If this hit home, don't wait until Monday. Take action today. And if you want more support from dads on the same journey, join the Fit Dad WhatsApp group. The link's in the show notes. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, then subscribe to the show and leave a good review, a 5-star review ideally. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment and a like. And I will catch you in the next one.